Hey everyone, so this is going to be my part 2 of my fanfiction recommendations. I wanted to do all these ones also into my other video, but that would have been just way too long. So these are not the ones that are on my FicRecs page on my Tumblr, but these are a lot of the other ones that I've mentioned in the past in my past videos. So if they sound familiar, they might be, and a lot of these are also new. So there'll be some new links in FicRecs you can check out. These are just some of my favorites throughout the time I've been reading fanfiction, and I hope to do more of these videos more often than just, these 2 videos. I hope to continue what I used to do with my videos with that. So all the links will be in the description below, and I'm just going to read off the summaries of each fic, and I hope I don't fuck it up like I did last time. So the first one is Can't Take My Eyes Off You by A.D. Miller. This is a new fanfiction from Andrea. Blaine's been in love with Kurt since freshman year. Problem is, Kurt's his best friend. He managed to hide it for over 3 years, but everything changes the moment Kurt vows to help him find someone to lose his virginity to. This is a Cheerio, Kurt, and Nerd Blaine fic. This is one of the big Klaine AUs going around, alternate universe fics going around through the Tumblr time during the hiatus, and I really enjoyed Cheerio Kurt. I wish that he was still a Cheerio, and Nerd Blaine in the mix is even more adorable because, I mean, a lot of the time you see Kurt going after Blaine, but now it's like Blaine going after Kurt. It's not that I don't read a lot of Blaine going after Kurt, but it's just a nice twist to Kurt being the desirable one, and this one only has 1 chapter, but it's friggin' almost made me cry already. I just love Andrea's fics, so go read her. All her fics are amazing. Little Numbers by I Know It Ain't Easy on LiveJournal. This is another big favorite in the Klaine fanfiction community going on right now. Blaine sends a text message to the wrong number by accident. Things progress from there. So it's basically them, Kurt and Blaine, talking through text messages. They've never met. They don't know who they are. So I don't know if you're really into like text message fics. This one is really well written compared to other fics that have text messaging in it. But it's basically just that. It's just a cute little romance fic, and it's cute. An Accidental Change by Kurt-Blaine on LiveJournal. An Accidental Tweet, a chance phone call, or what happens when famous TV star Blaine Anderson accidentally tweets his phone number. It's in reference to when Grant Gustin, aka Sebastian on Glee, tweeted his phone number, and everyone I know from Tumblr, I don't know about Twitter, probably Twitter as well, went crazy. Some people were calling his phone number. I know I didn't, but I just remember that day. It was just like crazy. And yeah, so it's kind of like you have to know the fandom if you're into Twitter or Tumblr. You're gonna have to be fanboy, fangirl in order to get some of the references. Just saying. I mean, you can still read it, you just might not understand everything that's going on. I don't know. Flood the Skies and Blur the Darkness. This is an Anderyberry fic by TwyVamp92 on LiveJournal. This one only has 3 chapters, and if you don't know what Anderyberry is, it's basically a Klaine AU where Rachel and Blaine are siblings. Anderyberry. I just really like these because, they're worried about Kurt and Rachel's friendship, how it will affect them if Kurt and Blaine start a relationship. So this one is Kurt meets Rachel and her older brother Blaine when he's 5 years old, and Blaine is 4 years older in this fic, I believe. The 3 become instant friends and grow up together. When Kurt's 16, he realizes he likes Blaine. He's also 16 and Blaine goes away to college. When he's 17 and Blaine's home Christmas break, Blaine realizes that the kid he grew up with isn't so little anymore. Sex Education by beautifulwhatsyourhurry. I've mentioned this one before, by Jamie. Kurt decides he wants to be a little more informed on all the sex stuff. Blaine, as nice and a thoughtful friend, offers to teach him hands-on. This is basically like Friends with Benefits thing. I haven't reread this fic in a really long time since it came out, so I don't really remember. I kind of get mixed up with the other Friends with Benefits thing, but it's really great smut because Jamie is a great writer like that. Just a Kiss by Ittlebitz. Kurt and Rachel have been best friends since Rachel, her half-brother Blaine, and her dad's moved in down the street from Kurt. When Kurt gets a mysterious kiss backstage from the performance, he and Rachel are determined to discover who Kurt's admirer is. This is also an Anderyberry fic, and this one is a work in progress, so it's still getting updated. It's very slow progress, but I do like that the mystery between Kurt finding out who his mystery kisser was, even though it was Blaine. 10 Cent Blues, beautifulwhatsyourhurry. This is a new work in progress by Jamie, and is also a Nerd Blaine Cheerio courtesy. It's a big thing within the fandom. Kurt is a Cheerio, but this is very different from Andrea's. Kurt is a Cheerio, a supreme being in the world of high school. After fighting for 2 years to gain a great reputation and impeccable standing on the social ladder, he hates himself for seeing something wholly intriguing in the newest student, Blaine Anderson, who is the biggest nerd ever to grace the halls of McKinley. To whom it may concern, Beautiful Whatsyourhurry, I have mentioned this one before as well. Blaine moves to New York when he's 22 and falls for the remarkable enigmatic Kurt Hummel. Blaine Anderson dies when he is 25. This is his story. This is very mysterious. This never ever gets updated, but it's really creepy because you really don't know what the hell's going to go on in the story. It's in Blaine's point of view, and he thinks he's doing everything wrong. He doesn't see the abusiveness that Kurt's doing, and it's just like crazy fic. This one is just weird. It reminds me of, like I said in my last time I mentioned this one, it reminds me of The Sixth Sense a little bit, just because Blaine's dead, and he's like talking about how he was alive and what the hell went wrong with Kurt. Crazy. You just have to read it. It's only like 5 chapters right now, so it's really not that hard to catch up on. But Debutante by Antifairytale. I love this. I love ones like this. I don't know why. Born to high society, Blaine is raised to be quite the beau, but when he comes out as gay to his mother, she gives him a coming out party. Enter Kurt Hummel, a modern day Cinderella who finds himself moored, I never knew how to say that word, with the belle of the ball, Blaine Anderson. Yeah, this one's also a work in progress, and I wish I could update it more, but it's a nice little cuteness. Second Chances by juiceboxandlove. I love Nyx, so just go follow her Tumblr. She's amazing, and I've mentioned this before. AU, Kurt Hummel is bullied to the extent that he's afraid of the real world, so he consumes his time in the cyber world, and he meets a teenager named Blaine Anderson who could relate to him. It's a very different way to go into the Kurt and Blaine romance because they never met as well. Very similar, not very similar to Little Numbers, but you know, where they never met before. They meet on through messaging. I like those kind as well. Long Overdue by Zavocado, Librarian, Blaine, and Badboy Kurt. A lot of smut. I've mentioned this one before as well. I don't really know if it's a work in progress. It just gets one-shots or, you know, Zane just sort of updates whenever the hell he wants to. It only has like 3 chapters right now. Ever since Blaine met Santana Lopez during the freshman year, she's been determined to make his sex life outrageous. There's one problem, just one problem. She's completely obliviously to who his perfect guy is, at least until now. A lot of smut. This is just like a fuck fest. That's pretty much what I said last time. Just crazy amounts of smut. Embers by Copper Oxide. In the quaint kingdom of Villion lives a boy stripped of his nobility, living under the iron fist of his evil stepmother. His fear-induced stutter and quiet nature proves to be an obstacle when he met with the gallant prince of neighboring kingdom, Prince Blaine. So basically, I love these kind of stories where, you know, Kurt is kind of like Cinderella. I love crossover fics from Disney with Klaine. It's a little bit different, and it doesn't get updated a lot. It's very smally, work in progress kind of thing. But it's very cute within, you know, Blaine doesn't care where the hell Kurt is from. He likes Kurt for Kurt, and is in that time period back in the day, you know, when people still didn't accept, well, they still don't, but, you know, when it was, like, unheard of even more, so crazy. Operation Get Kurt Hummel into Bed by pavementchaser on Scarf and Coffee. College AU, companion to Denial, It's a River in Egypt. I'll talk about that in a second. Kurt Hummel only sleeps with straight boys from Blaine's point of view. And basically, Denial Is a River in Egypt is when Kurt tries to conquer sleeping with Blaine because he thinks, because Blaine's like saying he's straight and Kurt's trying to prove him that he's not. This one is basically Blaine wants to get with Kurt, but Kurt only sleeps with straight boys, so he has to pretend he's straight in order to hook up with Kurt, but he really likes him more for that and realizes that he shouldn't be doing that in order to get Kurt's attention. The Cheerleader and the Grease Monkey by Whoreishmouth. I think I might have typed that wrong. A one-shot AU in which Kurt and Blaine had never met, but Blaine gets a summer job at Hummel's Tire and Lubes. This is basically just a one-shot smut awesomeness. Sketchy Relations by PandaLawlsXx, with a lot of X's there. Kurt Hummel is a quiet, shy boy who really just wants to be left alone. His colored past and personal demons cause him grief that he wishes to keep from other people. Unfortunately, his new stepbrother found out everything on accident. Now he's being forced to see a therapist, but even worse, transfer schools. Only Oh, also with that, also what is with this gorgeous curly-haired hazel-eyed boy who can't stop talking to him. He's the most popular student in Dalton and everyone loves him. Why would this kind of person be interested in him? All Blaine wants is someone to love and not a quick fix. This beautiful, practically mute boy who just transferred could be the answer to all his prayers. Why is he so quiet and hesitant? Kurt Hummel is a mystery, and Blaine Anderson, along with his friends, are trying to figure this beautiful boy out if it's the last thing they do. This is warning. There's mentions of rape and abuse in this fic. This is a very dark, angsty fic. If you're not into that thing, then don't be. But it's triggers and craziness, and it doesn't get updated a lot. But it's a work in progress. It's really greatly written based on, you know, the mystery of Kurt being mute and quiet, but then Blaine and his friends also with Nick and Jeff. There's a lot of Niff relationship. I don't really like that part, but if you're into that, then cool, go read it. It's great and dark. A political romance by YaDiva. I mentioned this one as well as a legal romance. A political romance summary. Blaine is the son of a conservative politician. He's not allowed to have a boyfriend, but he falls in love with Kurt. However, something about Blaine isn't quite right. Something dark and slightly twisted. Rated M for language, smut, gay sex, and dark themes. So basically, as well as the summary, the sequel, that Blaine is possessive and has some like demon kind of thing where he has to claim a slave and Kurt becomes a slave, and basically that's what a legal romance is about. And that one's almost ending. That was almost completed. So a legal romance summary. Sequel to a political romance. As Kurt and Blaine graduate college, new challenges await. Can loving Kurt calm dark and twisted Blaine? Features a consensual slave-master relationship, not BDSM. This is not like dom and sub or whatever. It's basically just like not really a sex slave either. I know I have shit. I don't go looking out for these kind of fics, but it's really greatly written. I love the smut, and I love that Kurt sort of calms Blaine with his possessive demon thing he has in his when it's kind of hot, just saying. What Friends Are For by carrotflower. This one only has like 10 chapters and it is completed. After getting the talk from his father, Kurt figures it is time to do some self-exploration. Blaine steps up in true Mentor fashion to show him how it's done. Cue Kurt and Blaine, Friends and Benefits. Very fun, very confusing benefits. Behind These Hazel Lies by L.P. Becca. Kurt Hummel is a world-famous model sick with the shallow ways in which our society judges by appearances. Desperate to find someone who likes him for him and not looks, he seeks refuge in the arms of one man who can see him for who he truly is, which is basically Blaine is blind. I kind of like this fic, but the ending is kind of unrealistic, but you can judge it for yourself. I like that it's very AU and different, and that Blaine can see Kurt's beauty without having the sight. A Moment of Serendipity by Ittlebitz as well. A brief glimpse at a party, and Blaine Anderson can't get a pair of blue eyes off his mind. AU that referred to people and events from season 2 in different contexts. So it's really just, like I've mentioned this one before, it's a nice filler fic. It doesn't get updated as much now because she has the Just a Kiss fic. But I did like this one, and I still do, and it's just a nice filler fic for Kurt and Blaine fanfiction. I Need a Tutor by E.M. Zaray. T.A. Blaine, student Kurt. Life is rough at McKinley for the only openly gay kid at school, especially when he can't stop staring at the ridiculous attractive French T.A. Sexual Tension by Liaison, don't know how to say that name. A series of unrelated one-shots centering around delicious sexual tension between Kurt and Blaine. This is one-shots of each chapter, so it doesn't continue on, it's just different situations. 10 Days by Caroline Fix. There's 10 days left of summer vacation, and Kurt Hummel wants to lose his virginity and for awkward teenage sexual encounters. I haven't read this one in a really long time because I don't follow Caroline anymore on Tumblr, but I still like her fics, the ones that she hasn't updated in a really long time. Comfortable by Caroline Fix as well. Singing in the shower, vulgar rap music, broken kitchen appliances, and new days. Kurt and Blaine are probably a little too comfortable with each other by now. Future fic starting in college is a highly and self-indulgent piece of fluff, smut, and silliness. Perfect by For Eternity Blue. Don't get it confused with Perfect by Red and Yellow. That's anorexic Blaine. This one is not at all. Kurt Hummel hates his monotonic, boring life just as much as the closed-minded people. Nothing ever changes until one day he decides to pull into the coffee shop. One person, Blaine Anderson, makes his days a little more bearable, and it goes by each month, I believe, how they meet and how they are into each other's lives. No Place Like Home by Imagined Insanity. Kurt helps Blaine tell his parents about their relationship and helps him find a new home when they kick him out. Rachel has two gay dads who know what the boys are going through, and Rachel always wanted a brother. I mentioned this one before. It's one of the first fics I've ever read, I think, maybe. I really like this because a lot of chapters, and it sort of explores Kurt and Blaine's sexual relationship as well as coming together after he gets kicked out. Tell Me What You Really Want by Astronomic. AU, Kurt's job at Dalton Reform Schools to go in there, tutor, and get out. The plan did not entail flirting with the ridiculous attractive reform student, but who could really blame him? This is basically Badboy Blaine, sorry. A Whole New World by Zavocado. This is new. This is Anderyberry and Klaine. Eventually, Klaine. Blaine's 13 when he starts changing and problems arise. It doesn't help that his sister, Rachel, always seems to walk in at inopportune moments. Anderyberry Siblings, eventual Klaine relationship, and a lot of Blaine masturbating. Klaine, a story about a prince and his prince. I believe this one just got finished by Remed123. For most, turning 18 means gaining new privileges and freedom. For Kurt, it means starting the process of choosing a girl to be his princess, something he's not looking forward to because he's quite different, even for a prince. So, I mean, it's basically, you know, Kurt doesn't want to be a prince, and he doesn't want to marry a girl, and he meets Blaine, who's like another form of royalty, and they sort of fall in love. I love those kind of, it reminded me of Princess Diaries a little bit, but it's not, but just the whole royalty thing. I love those fics as well, where, you know, unrequited love, like I mentioned before, and it's just a nice little twist in AU. The last one is Tangled Up in Me by Phantom of a Rose by Tetterbox Rose on Tumblr. Kurt and Blaine play Twister. A lot of fluff just going on. It's simple as that. That is it. Wow, this was long. But all the fics are in the description below. And I'll talk to you guys later. Follow me on Tumblr for more fic recs, colfsex.tumblr.com, and read them all.